Hey guys, I am continually blown away every day by the amount of people that are moving down here to South Florida and greater Fort Lauderdale. It's like a mass exodus of people leaving high-tax states like New York, Chicago, San Francisco, Portland, and the like. Now, with that being said, today we're going to be in the city of Davie, Florida, and we're starting to notice that some of the costs are actually starting to increase. Now, I still think you'll be pleasantly surprised to know that some of the costs that we have down here are still right at or below the national average. So what we're going to do today is just go through a list of all the expenses that we all have to pay, including healthcare, utilities, transportation, groceries, and compare it to the national average and how that stacks up against what it costs to live right here in Davie, Florida, and we're going to start right now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Living in Fort Lauderdale. My name's Rob Zeoli, and I'm a real estate agent right down here in Fort Lauderdale and South Florida. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. We love having you here. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell down below to be notified anytime I go ahead and drop a new video. We have a real passion for making videos about what it's like to live and play down here in South Florida, but more than that, guys, I'm a real estate agent and absolutely love to help people with their real estate needs. So if you have any questions about what it's like to live down here in South Florida or are looking for a place to move to, don't hesitate to reach out. My information is popping up down below. I answer all inquiries directly, and I look forward to hearing from you. So let's jump right into the video. And don't forget to stick around to the end, because I'm going to be going through a color interactive map of the whole county, Broward County or Greater Fort Lauderdale, looking at different neighborhoods and how they stack up at affordability as far as housing goes, because that is your most expensive cost. Everything else is pretty much the same, but where you live is really going to depend on what it costs to live there. So don't forget to stick around for that. So let's start out with utility, and we have a cost of living for utilities down here in Davie of $97.3, which is a little bit below the national average of 100. And I think Florida as a whole is at 101.2. Now, as far as water is concerned, it's a very subjective thing as far as what your bill can be. It'll be anywhere from, on the low side, say you're single and live in a condo, around 60, 70 bucks, and can go all the way up to $250, $300. I mean, if you have a single family house, if you have a pool, if you have a bunch of kids and you're doing, lots of showers and laundry and things like that, you can expect your water to be around $250 to $300, but it's really subjective depending on the type of property you have and how many people are in your household. Now, down here in Davie and really most of Florida, as far as electric goes, we're kind of on the high side as far as cost. Now, on average, our electric bills are about 13% higher than the national average. We also use a lot of electricity down here in South Florida. I think we're 6th in the country as far as kilowatts used per month. And really the main reason for that is, a majority of the people that live down here keep their air conditioners running most of the year. And I know I do for sure, so that's probably why we use much more electricity on average than most of the country. Now, all of this really averages itself out because we do not have any harsh winters down here in South Florida, so we don't have to heat our homes. So overall, we are under the national average as far as total utility costs. We come in at 97.4, and the average for the United States is 100. Now, as far as internet is concerned, you can expect just for internet service to pay around 55 bucks. If you're throwing in cable TV channels, it'll be a little different. I just got new service right now about a month ago, and for Comcast, I have Xfinity for 4 boxes, high-speed internet. It's not the slowest, it's right in the middle because I work from home. It's costing me about $220 per month. I have basic cable and a few movie channels, so you can expect around $220 for the full package. Also, down here in South Florida, a lot of us have pools. So if you're going to have someone maintain your pool, it's going to cost you about $80 per month. You could save a little bit of money by doing it yourself. It's not very hard. There's a lot of pool stores over here. You bring a little sample of the water to them. They'll actually check it, give you the chemicals you need to stabilize the pool, and then from there, it's just about putting the right amount of chlorine in twice a month, and you should be fine. Also, lawn maintenance. So you're definitely going to need someone to do your landscaping down here. You can do that yourself, but it gets awfully hot in the summer when it grows. That'll cost you about $60 per month, and they're going to come twice a month to cut your grass. So as far as food and groceries, we come in a little bit higher than the national average at 108.2. Not really sure what the reason for that is. Now, as far as going out to eat, let me look on my screen here. So for a meal for 2 people at a mid-range restaurant for a 3-course meal, you're gonna be around 60 bucks. That'll range between 50 and 120 depending on where you go. McDonald's or a McMeal at McDonald's or an equivalent combo meal is about 6 bucks. Domestic beer for a pint is about 5 bucks to 6 bucks. Imported for a 12-ounce bottle is about 5 to 6 bucks as well. Now, for those of you that have kids that you need to put in daycare, you can expect daycare to cost about $45 per day down here in Davie, Florida. Now, next is transportation, and we're actually higher than the national average when it comes to transportation. We come in at 131.9. And a big reason for that is we have very, very high insurance premiums. Now, the insurance companies say that the reason that our insurance premiums are so high is because of theft. I think there's theft of cars everywhere. But we do also have a large amount of uninsured drivers and high-risk drivers. So they state anyone that's a senior, a tourist, or a college student as a high-risk driver. Now, as far as insurance, I think we're number 3 in the country for insurance premiums. Now, you got to remember, Davie especially is a very popular city when it comes to colleges and universities. So we have a ton of college students that come here to study at these universities. I mean, there's Broward College, FAU, McFadden College, Nova University, and many more. Plus, we have a lot of seniors here in South Florida, as well as tourists. So there you go. Those are the high-risk drivers, and that's the main reason why we have the 3rd highest insurance premiums in the country. Now, as far as healthcare and the cost of healthcare, we're actually below the national average. We're at 96.8%. But Florida's healthcare is not really rated that good, honestly. Now, it has improved in the last couple of years. I think it's gone up to 37th out of 51, which is not really a good number or a good percentage. So what that really means is that the odds are you're getting better quality healthcare where you're living now as opposed to down here in Davie, Florida, but it will cost you less down here in South Florida. Now, as I said, we're gonna go right now and check out this interactive map so you can look at all the different cities that are throughout Greater Fort Lauderdale and see how they compare with housing costs, because everything else is pretty much the same, but depending on where you live is really going to depend on how much it costs to live in that city. So let's go check out the map. Okay guys, so here we go. We're looking at our computer screen here, and we're in the city of Davie looking at the cost of living. So as you can see, this chart is where I got all the information from, but I wanted to show you really quick was this interactive map right here. So as you can see right here, you have different categories. So as you can see, utilities, you can see the colors. This is Greater Fort Lauderdale or Broward County. You can see we're in Davie, but all of these cities around here, as far as utilities, everything's pretty much the same. Same thing with transportation. You can see all the colors are the same. Here's the city of Davie. Health, same thing. All the costs of, exactly the same, pretty much. Grocery costs, pretty much the same. And if you go to housing, which was the point I was trying to make, you can see how everything changes here now. You can see how all the colors are different. So as you can see, Davie is pretty much right in the middle, just above average for the county. But there are some cities here, or some neighborhoods like Sunrise, Lauderhill, Tamarack, Margate, Coconut Creek, Deerfield Beach, that have lower costs of living because they do have a lot of real estate options that are a lot cheaper than some other areas. So Plantation and Davie, they're a little more expensive. Pembroke Pines, you can see Parkland and Southwest Ranches are the most expensive. Cooper City and Weston are other expensive areas, but you need to know some of these pockets and where you can buy some real estate that isn't that expensive, where you won't break the bank and still be able to find a nice place. So just wanted to show you guys this as far as the housing, and let's get back to the video, okay? So I'm gonna thank you for stopping by and checking out this video about what it costs to live in the city of Davie, Florida. So if you have any additional questions about living here in Davie, Florida, or anywhere here in South Florida, or just maybe interested in that certain place you want to take a look at or you're thinking of moving to, we would love to help. But in order to do that, again, you got to reach out. So my information is to be popping up down again below. I'd love to hear from you. I answer all inquiries directly. You can throw me a text, a direct message, send me an email, contact me however you like, and I will be in touch. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.